It's the ultimate tapas TV show with a bit of everything for everybody. No need for your brolly here because of...
The sunshine.
The sun.
The sun.
Because it's all year round sunshine.
No need to break the bank to visit.
All value for money, cheap as chips, and away you go.
And no need to worry about the locals. They're very friendly.
Welcome to the Costa del Sol.
It's a holidaymaker's heaven, a budget retiree's refuge, and home to the classic expat Brits fantasy life.
Every time we go into a bar, we consider moving over here, opening a bar.
Would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would, especially because...
It's got beautiful beaches, beautiful wine, beautiful food.
And Jose?
Not sure who Jose is, but that's why there'll always be bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Coming up, static caravan salesperson Bambi makes dreams come true.
This is the best part of the job for me.
Welcome to your new home.
It's always a happy event.
Could it be a washout for new bar owners Lawrence and Lewis?
We've had an absolute nightmare. The floor's been flooding. We've got no dishwasher, potentially our busiest day of the year.
And water sport boss Kev goes from pleasure provider to lifesaver.
They've lost power and going to crash into the rocks.
What do we miss about home when us Brits head to the Costa del Sol for a week or two's holiday? We're certainly not missing the rain, we're not missing the £5 pints, and our back gardens aren't as nice as this. But there is one thing we do seem to miss a lot, our pooches.
Dogs are just part of your family. They just bring you joy, make you laugh.
I've got a bulldog called Ernie that I'm missing.
Oh, my Stanley.
She's been missing him greatly.
I've missed my dog.
Love dogs. Missing our dog from home, desperate for a cuddle.
But here, some unfortunate dogs aren't quite as pampered. Each year, around 800,000 of them are reported abandoned in Spain. And in the countryside, 30 miles inland, there's a man on a mission to rescue as many as he can.
We're just off to some boarding kennels where we have a dog with a broken leg. I found out about it and I've made a bit of room in my shelter to take care of him in my shelter. Oh, hello, babies. Come on. Come on. Don't have a game then. Playtime, playtime.
This is Spanish-born Joe Ruiz.
You like all this, don't you? Hey?
I left Spain when I was 10 and spent about 38 years in England. Now I'm back home here.
Hey, come on then.
Joe came back to Spain 16 years ago.
Hey, my handsome dog.
To retire with his wife of 46 years, Jan.
The main reason I came to Spain, I suppose, was for the 4 S's, wasn't it, darling?
Absolutely, Joe.
Sun, sea, sex and sangria.
All of that. And how many did you get?
I didn't get the sex out of it, did I? No. Just the sun, the sea and the sangria.
Hello, my puppy kids. Hello, my puppy kids.
But once they'd had enough of the 3 S's and began to settle in Spain, they discovered the country had a problem with badly treated and abandoned dogs.
Being animal lovers, we couldn't ignore the situation because these poor little souls.
So 12 years ago, they started their own dog rescue.
We're only a small charity run by my wife, myself and a few volunteers, and we help where we can.
It's not that small. They have 18 furry friends living with them.
Don't lose it, don't lose it. Oh, God, he's lost it.
40 at the rescue centre, and with the help of generous Brits, they revitalise and rehome dogs, like new arrival Laco, who's had a pretty tough life.
He came from a dog pound where he was there for 21 days with a broken leg. They did nothing to it. Eventually, rescuers came to the dog pound, saw him there, and they took him to the vet. They pinned the leg. And then they brought him to boarding kennels here, which they have to pay for, and they can't afford to do that long term. All right, mate.
Jolly good. Come for Laco.
Yeah. Hello, Laco.
At the kennels, run by expat Bill Whitehair, ironic that, Laco is nervous.
Come on. Yes, a good lad. Come on in.
And as Joe takes him to the van, it's clear to see, despite the operation to pin his leg, Laco isn't able to walk on it. And Joe's concerned about his future prospects.
He's much older than what I thought.
Good boy.
The chances of homing him, virtually nil. But he's a gentle lad. The main thing now is to show him a lot of love.
There's no equivalent to the RSPCA in Spain. And without private animal charities like Joe's, many run and funded by Brits, Laco's future will be bleak.
Come on, Laco. You gonna jump? Good boy. We've got to go to see a vet again for another opinion. If he needs to operate again,
everything put together, it could cost us 400 euros just like that at the beginning.
For Lacko, a visit to the vet is next. But for now, he's in good hands.
He's safe, and hopefully we can find him a foster home as quick as possible.
As we know, us Brits love our dogs, but there's one thing we tend to love just as much.
The beer's cheap.
G&T, a big one.
You can buy a glass of wine for like €1.50.
Very, very, very cheap in bars.
So we're just going to go to a bar out. We have a few little sherbets.
Even armed with that knowledge, 53-year-old market trader Lawrence from London has taken 50 grand of his own cash and on a whim decided to buy a bar in the sun. And he's roped in his 28-year-old traveller stroke bartender son, Lewis.
I thought he was a bit mad because he literally called and said his son and moved him to Spain. I was like, OK, sure, why not?
I worked on the Costa Blanca when I was 18, for about 18 months. And ever since then, I think I always knew that eventually I'd get a bar out in Spain.
Which was news to Lewis.
He'd never even thought of doing something like this before, so I thought, you know, time to step in, help out, you know.
Because?
Well, my bar experience is zero. And it's not that difficult, really.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
All right, go on, Dad, let's see the perfect pint then.
OK, here we go. There we go, tilt the glass. As I said, absolutely nothing to it. And there's your perfect pint.
That's not true, that looks like cider. To be a perfect pint, you need an index finger of head.
See, now when you get people that are sort of beer snobs, I'm not really into all that. OK, we'll have to agree to disagree on that one, I guess.
But it's not all dad and lad bants. These two arrived 4 months ago, and until the summer season started, were making a loss. They're just about breaking even now, but there's a long way to go.
At the moment, we're not taking a wage. We're not taking any money out of the bar. It's just a labour of love. You know, we're working between 40 and 50 hours a week each, but it's all just going in just elbow grease, essentially.
Dealing with this sort of pressure is all part of Lawrence's bigger plan for the bar and his son.
Lewis is my oldest son, and I love him absolutely to bits. He's a bit like me, a bit of a dreamer, a bit of a head in the clouds guy, and I just wanted to give him a bit of experience of running a business.
I know he's looking out for me. I know that the reason he's doing this bar is so I've got some sort of, like, steady backing. Oh, good.
But with around 3,000 bars within a 10-mile radius, competition is fierce, and every day is a struggle to break even, so they come up with a plan.
OK, well, today we've got an offer on, and it's free shots every time England score.
For guys like us, you know, guys at the beginning, trying to win people over, establish ourselves, it's the big days like today that can make us or break us, you know. We need people to come in, remember they had a great time here, and come back.
Well, that's the least of their worries. They've got a major problem.
We've had an absolute nightmare this morning with our dishwasher. The floor's been flooding, but we've got a handyman on it.
I'm feeling the pressure that, in the knowledge that we're going to have an onslaught and I won't be on the bar going crazy. But I won't be able to manage the situation and do like 100 different drinks at the same time, you know.
Today could be Lawrence and Lewis's biggest test yet.
Bit panicky at the moment. We've got no dishwasher. Potentially our busiest day of the year. That's not a good start.
Who doesn't want to kick back by the sea doing nothing much right here in the Spanish sun? Well, you don't need to be minted to live that dream. Thousands of Brits own their own cheap homes in the sun. Hello. By living in mobile mansions and sunny statics on one of the dozens or so campsites across the Costa del Sol.
So this will be our home since we packed up in the UK and sold up to have a different lifestyle.
As you can see, it's nearly as big as some apartments.
And this is our fifth wheel motorhome, our home on wheels. And very proud of it too, we are. This is our kitchen area. It's smashing, it's got everything you want.
It might not be bricks and mortar, but for a few €100 a month rent, who cares?
I don't miss anything. We've got each other, we've got the little dogs.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Our home comes with us. Wherever we want to park it is where we go.
So save up your pennies, take your courage in both hands and go for it.
Become trailer trash.
And if you're after chilling in a purpose-built portable paradise in the beautiful Spanish countryside, then this is the woman you need to know.
Hello, my name's Bambi. Welcome to my caravan in the sun. This is my kitchen. It's very fabulous, as you can see. Everything I need is here.
51-year-old former dancer Bambi Darmi from Wolverhampton lives on Sado Park, a static caravan site in the Andalusian mountains. A 40-minute drive from the sea, the airport, historic towns and a bit of culture. And she loves it.
I wanted to live in the real Spain, and Sado is perfect. It's right smack bang in the middle of Andalusia, close to all fabulous cities.
And after a nomadic life as a performer, she's finally found a base, even if it's semi-permanent.
I like the open plan living. It's very modern. It's like an apartment. I don't need things. I don't need a big house. I don't need a fancy car. I'm actually living my dream life.
Well, almost.
This is my bedroom, and this is where the magic happens. Or it doesn't, in my case. I've been single for 6 years. Is this a joke? Hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm well.
Nice to see you. Your hair looks nice.
Cute.
I never feel on my own, and in Sado, you're never on your own. I only have to walk out and up my street, and everybody's, hello, hi, are you okay?
Hi, Peter.
Hello. No, you all right? Didn't know that. I wouldn't go back to the UK, not right now in my life. I like living in Spain very much, but if the call came from David Beckham, I'd be back like a shot. That's never going to happen, so I'm staying here.
Bambi runs a UK-based events company part-time from her static, which pays all the bills. But with time on her hands and her love of park life, she combined the two and got a job selling homes on the site.
So this is one of our mid-range vans. It costs around £39,000. You know, life isn't always about money, money, money all the time. It's about helping people to come and live in the sun and live their dream. You're buying the lifestyle, so it doesn't matter how much you spend if the sun and the sea and the sand are the same price, free. Have a nice evening.
Yeah. I think Bambi just encompasses everyone round here and brings them all together.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's a very personal reason she wants others to take the plunge and live their dream lives. Her late father.
I was talking to him one night and he was asking me what I was going to do, and I was going to travel the world and everything. And the next morning he was dead, and he died of a burst blood vessel in the brain due to his high blood pressure. He was only 52 and he didn't get to live his dream because he worked the whole of his life, like most people do, you know. They work, 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 and then they don't have enough time at the end of their life to enjoy it, you know. So now is the time to enjoy it. Get it now, while you can. Hey! Yeah, you. Hello,
Bambi is a really outgoing party girl, but she works so damned hard. She really is a hard worker, isn't she?
She can be.
Yeah.
She can be when she wants to be, love.
Yeah.
She's sort of retired now.
You missed me.
Yeah.
And today, two people who have actually retired and bought into Bambi's caravan dream life are on their way to check out the discount home she sold them. Back on the coast, on the outskirts of Fuengirola, it's father and son team Lawrence and Lewis's most important day of the year, the Big England game. And they're trying to lure in the punters with a special offer, a free tiny tipple every time England score. But a technical issue with their TV stream has come to light that could cause the footy fans to flee to another bar.
Right, next door we have a sports bar and they're about 30 seconds in front of us. And so every time England score, we'll be about 30 seconds behind. So that could be one little stumbling block for us.
I know I'd find it annoying. They have to hope the special offer keeps bums on seats and their target for the day in sight.
Our break-even number's around €550 a day. Anything after the 550 mark, that's when we start to make money, you know. I would say if we do over £1,000, that's a good day.
But the busier it is, the more danger their free shot gimmick might backfire. With 50-odd shots going out for every goal, this idea could be a profit killer.
And so, as you can imagine, that's a lot of shots to give out, especially if England win 5-0, we are in a bit of trouble.
It's minutes after kick-off, the bar is full, and no one seems to have noticed the time delay issue until the first goal goes in.
Right, so England have just scored, so we're lining up the shots now.
And 30 seconds later, in the lads' bar, the same goal goes in again. But at least the shots are ready.
I hope England score 7 goals. That's why I'm here.
Ian? Really? Well, they all seem happy. Well, like I said, we've got a little bit of a time delay issue here, but it doesn't seem to be affecting anybody. Everyone's happy. So we do know when to line the shots up, which is a good thing.
It's a silver lining, I guess, and no one seems to be going anywhere quick, especially as the goals just keep coming. Well, we all know what that cheer from next door means.
We're inside the box.
Okay, so we'll get the rest of these shots out before England score again, hopefully.
Afraid not, Lawrence. Next door are cheering again.
I know I've not even drunk this one yet, so I've got another one to go. So we're at this one.
And another goal.
I'm just getting the one here, aren't we? Come on! Yeah, another 3, a little shot, a little drink.
We sold a bit, yeah, but the shots have been obviously going out like mad. It's 5-0.
Free shots have been a great idea. I'm not entirely sure for the bar owner it was a great idea. The poor guy's going out of business within a month, I think.
Sorry, lads, I think I heard another cheer from next door.
Apparently England have scored, so time to rack up to 6-0.
With the amount of free drinks well past the 300 mark, it seems the England fans are the winners.
Spanish style, Spanish style. Okay. Arriba, abajo, al centro, para dentro.
And the bar's profit is the loser.
Well, do you know what? It wasn't actually my idea. I thought it was a good idea, but I wasn't expecting 6.
Oh, I almost forgot the goal hadn't got in the lads' bar yet.
And we've still got about 35 minutes to go.
Luckily, the England team do Lawrence and Lewis a favour and keep it to 6. The drinks might have hurt financially, but they've got some much-needed positive PR from the locals.
The free shots went down pretty well. But all in all, yeah, it was great fun and well worth doing, and I think everyone had a good time. So we haven't quite reached the target that I had in my own mind, but it's okay. It's okay, yeah. There's no dramas.
Come on. Hello, Lacko. Hello, baby. How are you?
It's been 2 weeks since rescue dog Lacko came to stay with Joe at his charity canine shelter. He's looking a lot more relaxed.
He just loves everybody. Simple as that. He's a good boy.
But he's still not using his back leg, which had been broken and fixed with steel pins in the weeks before Joe picked him up.
Although his leg got repaired, I don't like the fact that he's holding it up all the time. I want a second opinion. I'm going to go to another vet now, take another x-ray, and they can tell me what's going to happen to him. Hey, darling? Come on, Sita. Do you want a belly tickle? Do you want a belly tickle? Come on in.
Joe's passion for rescuing dogs comes in part from his own early life.
Very hard. Yeah, very hard upbringing he had.
At the age of 6, my parents went to the UK to look for a better living. I was left with my grandparents, who were very poor. They couldn't really afford to have too many people around, so they put me in what we would call in England like a borstal school. About 300 kids used to eat slop out of a big bin like this, full of food. My parents used to come and visit me 4 times a year, but the work had to come first. And then at the age of 10, my parents got me to go back to England with them.
And that's what Joe wants for all the dogs, a loving family home. But before Lacko can dream of that, he needs treatment, and Jan has taken him to the vets for an x-ray.
We want to make sure there is nothing else that can be done for this dog.
The camera stays out of the examination room to minimise Lacko's distress. He's clearly in a lot of pain.
He got very aggressive. He would have bitten everybody because of the pain. He's frightened, he's terrified. People are not his friend. He has to learn that not everybody are bad people, that there are people that are his friends.
Lacko is sedated so he can have his painful leg x-rayed.
I feel very emotional for the dog. because this in their little world is huge.
And although veterinary treatment doesn't come cheap, that's the least of Jan's worries.
Cost is, I don't even ask. The cost is, you know, what it is. The dog comes first.
The x-rays are done, and it's not good news.
This is the original brake. As you can see, some of the metal pins are broken. The knee is not working. The knee is not moving. The ligament has broken. If it's not repaired, then the knee becomes solid. And now it's full of arthritis. That is where the pain is, not here. He's a pensioner like me, so he hasn't got a lot of time. So you're only hoping and praying that whatever we do is going to make his pension years a little bit happier.
So for Laco, that boils down to 3 options.
So we either give him high dosage of anti-inflammatory and painkillers, we have the leg completely taken off, or we put the animal to sleep.
Jan and Joe have a big decision to make.
What is going to benefit this dog? And the cost doesn't come into it, feelings don't come into it. It is what is going to be good for this animal.
Back at Sado Park in the remote flatlands behind the Andalusian mountains, Caravan salesperson Bambi is waiting for clients she recently sold a brand new budget 18 grand static home to. Peter from the UK and his German wife Edith, after working around the world all their lives, have bought into the dream of a cheap and cheerful simple retirement.
We want small, we want handleable, we don't want to maintain, we don't want to clean, and a small park home on a site like this, for us, is the optimal way to go.
Sounds great.
We finally live the simple life we have been dreaming about for the last 20 years.
Their home has just arrived. It's not ready, but an excited Edith wants a sneaky peek before moving in next week.
Coming in, come and have a look.
This will do the trick for us.
Very low maintenance, isn't it? It's perfect for you two.
Yeah.
But for the rest of Peter and Edith's family, it's come as quite a shock.
When we told them we're not living in a big fancy house anymore, we become dropouts. We bought a cabin in a park home estate.
You're not a dropout.
You know, they loved it. They loved it. They all get excited.
Just like Edith.
I'm excited. I'm happy. I want to move in tonight.
Oh, bless you.
I don't need marble tops and things like this. I like this all. It's low maintenance. I love it. I love it.
Sounds like she loves it.
This one
That's
is
a nice
going to
one.
be my spare bedroom, my office, and my meditation
Oh, fantastic.
room, you know.
Does one get the feeling that this is her van?
Yeah, you need to buy another one, Peter. 2, look, you can put you next door, look there. And you can have a decking in between. What do you think? Okay, shall I sign you up then?
At this price, they could probably afford it.
Buy the place for a low price and spend the rest of the money enjoying yourself, enjoying your life. Why
Yeah.
not?
Not living a lifestyle, have a life.
Very good. I think they'll fit in really, really well. They're very open people. They're very friendly and they're nice. They'll fit into Sado perfectly.
I love a statistic, so here we go. The Costa del Sol is home to over 100,000 Brits. The sun shines 325 days a year, and the coastline stretches nearly 100 miles. No surprise, so many of us beat a path here.
In an ideal world, I'd love to move out here.
I would move out tomorrow.
If I moved to Costa del Sol, I'd have my own place, my own bar or my own restaurant, and everybody would come.
Not sure it's as simple as that. When ex-builder Kev Nelms from Gloucestershire came out to build his dream business, he didn't opt for the standard bar or restaurant. He's chosen something very different. This. Kev's opened a parasailing company in Fuengirola.
We bring enjoyment to people at 600 feet.
If the worst case scenario happens, we land you in the sea. It's like a lake today.
Bob sharks?
There's no shark. The only shark you have is the one selling you a bar in the port.
I've done just about everything, from being an apprentice at Rolls-Royce to owning my own shop and then a builder, a roofing contractor. and eventually actually got scared on roofs, believe it or not.
Gotta say, Kev, knowing all this, a parasailing company is quite a surprising choice for your dream life.
Well, I was about 22 years old and Mum had moved out here and we came on holiday and were sitting on the beach and watched this parachute flying, and I thought, I've got to go and have a go at that. And I thought, this is great. And I asked the guys, I said, well, how do you do this? How do you get into this? And they explained it's a lifestyle. And I didn't believe them. But now, having done it for myself, it definitely is.
And it was his mum that was the catalyst for Kev to take his wife and 2 sons to the Costa del Sol.
My mother had lived here for 20-odd years, and it was always her dream that we moved here as well. We finally got here when the boys were old enough, and we managed to fulfill that dream before she passed away 2 years ago.
Since then, life has moved on. His sons are grown up and working in Spain, and Kev split from his wife and now has a new partner. But it's the business which is recently proving to be less than plain sailing.
When I came here, the idea was to sort of semi-retire because this is seasonal. But I'm doing more hours now than I did when I was actually a builder. So it's a lot of hard work.
And it's been even harder this year.
We've had a bad start to the season, so now with the school holidays starting from England, we need to do some serious numbers so that we can make some money. We need to be earning more than 1,500 euros per day. That's about break even.
Which means hitting a minimum 40 flyers today.
Are you scared?
Yeah. I don't know why.
There's nothing to be scared about.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I hope you like pirates as well, right? Because our parachute's pretty cool.
With 6 trips a day and only 6 of the 10 seats taken on this boat, it could be touch and go reaching the target. But that's the last thing on the minds of Sophie, Annie and Jack from Northern Ireland.
Oh my gosh.
The size of it,
I didn't realise the parachute was going to be so big. It makes me feel worse, because it makes it more scary.
It's time for liftoff.
Bye!
This 15-minute high-altitude pleasure ride cost the kids, folks, 120 euros. You wouldn't get me up there even if you paid me.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so scared.
So you guys, how are you feeling?
Oh, very good. I can feel this. I'm feeling a bit terrified.
It's really scary, but like it feels really good. You get a really good view. Ah! Everybody scream! Ah!
I'll be doing more than screaming.
We going under this?
15 minutes later, they are almost back. Kev, they're going to drown. Oh, it's part of the trip. Sorry about that.
Everyone feeling okay?
Yeah!
Good. Anyone feeling sick?
No!
Oh, it's just me then.
I'm just sitting there petrified.
Yeah.
I was just like about to cry.
Annie and I weren't very scared, but Jack was terrified.
I'm really glad I did it. I'm feeling good.
It was so good.
So that's 2 trips today, so 12 people, fingers crossed. Hope the boat keeps working good. Always a worry.
Along the coast and into the mountains, it's a new day for caravan saleswoman Bambi. Kev and Angie from Doncaster have arrived to view a pre-owned caravan and maybe jump into caravan park life.
I'm always excited when new people come to look, because you bounce off each other, because they're excited, you know, they're coming out to look for, you know, a place to live for their dreams.
But only for the right price.
I am looking for a good deal, yeah, because I don't want to plumb all my money into it. I want a bit of savings to enjoy myself and, well, ourselves, and we're going to look round. And if all the boxes are ticked, yeah, we go for it.
Time to tick some boxes. Other than gas, lecky and water, the €291 monthly site fees pay for a bowling green. Tick. And...
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
Lovely.
It's an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'd be in every day.
It's the only place to get cool in the summer.
Anyway, I'll just sign my cheque now then.
Perfect.
Big tick. And there's more, Kevin. Around 80% of the people living on site are from the UK, and for 50 grand, they could swell that number with this gaff.
So, coming in. So straight into the living room, as you can see, it's a nice, large, airy space.
Yeah.
It feels less caravan-y, a mobile home, more bungalow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some nice feature fireplace there.
Yeah.
Lovely.
We've got 2 smaller bedrooms there, and
Right.
this is the master suite.
Oh, nice.
Ensuite with a big bedroom here.
Yeah, air conditioning as well. That'll keep you cool at night.
It will, or in the day.
Well, yeah.
Like now, for instance.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
30 degrees today, you know.
So this is the main bathroom, and there's quite a large shower there. Do you want to try for size?
Yeah, I'll get in another shower.
Cheeky.
An absolutely beautiful, fully fitted kitchen.
Yeah.
It's really brilliant. The size of it is perfect. You know, straight out to your garden.
Oh, I almost forgot about the garden.
So into the fully paved, beautiful garden.
Yeah.
And the good news is on this property, it's within your budget.
Right.
So it comes in at just under 50,000 English pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
What, really?
The caravan that she showed us, it
Yeah.
was fantastic for
That's
the
right.
price. Yeah.
It's just a thing that you don't think you could afford, really. That
And it's
you know.
just home from home, really.
Yeah, it's really
fantastic.
good. We're just going to go away and have a good talk about it, and hope things will work out and we can do what we want to do. Is just start a new life, and
don't look back.
Yeah, don't look back.
I think they're sold.
I do think Angie and Kevin will be out here in the next few months. I'm 90% sure that they will.
The sun is shining, glasses are being raised.
What? Alhambra, €1. Lovely.
And one poor unfortunate is legless, quite literally. At the vet, Lacko the dog is just coming round after some serious surgery. Shelter boss Joe has decided to have his badly broken limb removed, and it came off pretty quickly.
Well, what happened is that I phoned up the vet to see when the operation for Lacko could be scheduled, and they said we'd like to bring him this morning, we can do him there and then. So we got one of the volunteers to rush him to the hospital there, and the operation went ahead today. Right, let's see how he is, eh? Come on, baby boy.
Lacko's a bit slow on his feet, all 3 of them, but Joe's chuffed to see the dog has pulled through his op.
Right, well, he's very weak, obviously, but good enough to go. We've just got to take it gentle now. You're a good boy, you've been a very good boy, ain't you? Just watch your leg, OK?
Joe heads back to the shelter, and though Lacko's missing a leg, he seems happy enough. Not sure I would be.
He's such a good boy, he's taking everything so well. They're so lovely animals, they've got no malice. They still wag their tails and be friendly, you know, it's unbelievable. Come on, baby. Come on, then. There's a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. I feel sorry for him being on 3 legs, but you can't leave him with the way he was. I'm hoping that people will take pity on him. I know it sounds silly, but a dog on 3 legs always hits at the heart. Good boy, nearly there.
Hopefully, Lacko will soon be pain-free, but his care has come at a cost, paid for with the generous donations of kind-hearted Brits.
Consultation, x-rays, blah, 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 you name it. And now we've had the operation. The whole lot together has come just under €500. Sometimes people say, well, why are you spending all that money on that old dog, you know? Put him to sleep or whatever and save the money to help any other animal. Good boy. Oh, look, I've got a nice bed for you. Well, we go under the vet's recommendation, and if he thinks he's worth doing, we do it. It doesn't matter what it costs. He just wants a good home, really, now. A nice, peaceful home.
Back on the coast, it's the end of the day and the end of Lewis and Lawrence's first summer season running a bar together. They're still standing and they're a lot wiser.
Do you know what? It's been a big learning curve, but it's been great. Roller coaster ride, but don't regret it at all. We've made lots of friends and with lots of locals, and we've got quite a loyal following here. So I think these guys will see us through the hard times of the hard winter. Yeah.
But more importantly, after 5 months, can Lawrence finally pull a decent pint of lager?
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of practice. I've been told that it's not that great, but I'm quite proud of it.
I wouldn't be.
You need an index finger of head.
Index finger of head.
Pour some out. Just pour some out to the point, and then half full on the and then it comes out just fine.
Oh, I think it was just fine the way it was before, but my son's a little bit of an alcohol snob.
No, I'm actually bar trained is what I am.
But it's not about pulling perfect pints. It's about dads and lads.
Being here and working with Lewis sounds cheesy, it's a dream come true because it's not quite like that, but it's been great. And to work with your son and to build something together has been really good and a really rewarding experience, and I wouldn't have changed it for the world.
Oh. Back in Fuengirola at Kev Nelm's Parasailing company, it's nearing the end of the day. How's he doing?
Well, we've done 30 people today. We've got 2 more trips. If we can do 50 people for the day, we'll be nearly on €2,000, so that'll be an excellent day.
One moment, please. I have only 2.
The next boat brings the total for the day to 38 with 1 more trip to go. Kev's biggest fear is a broken engine killing his business. But for another group of fun seekers, engine failure could be much worse. Their boat is out of power, inches from the rocks.
They've lost power and they were going to crash into the rocks.
If they hit them, it could spell disaster.
Quita la mano! No tocar. If it was a bit more rough, the sea, they would have had a hole in the boat and then we'd have had 5 people in the water, which, you know, it's lucky it's not rough today, really.
It's a close shave, and not for the first time.
There's always somebody needs a rescue. Yeah? Got it? Perfect. We are the same colour as the Coast Guard here, so it's all part of the job, really, isn't it? All in a day's work.
And that day is almost over. This last trip has 6 people on it. It means he's broken even for the day, but not hit the 50 he'd hoped for.
This is the start of the season now, proper. If it continues like this, then we'll call it a good season. This is what people talk about, living the dream, doing it.
A beautiful view.
But Kev's favourite view is a well-earned pint at the end of the day.
Thank you very much.
Sat in the marina.
We managed to fly 44 people in the end, which put us actually above the monetary target of €1,500 for the day. It's a long, hard day, but a couple of beers on the waterfront here makes it all worthwhile. And I can feel that I'm on a little bit of a holiday at the end of every single day, which I wouldn't have got if I was still in the UK.
It's been 2 months since Lacko, the rescue dog, had his badly broken leg amputated. And animal charity boss Joe is delighted with his progress since the op.
You wouldn't think he's on 3 legs, the way he's running around. He hasn't got the pain. It's just a fantastic result, really. He's happy. All he needs now is a home. It just gets a lump on my throat. That's what it's all about, really, helping the ones that can't help themselves.
For Joe and his wife Jan, who came to retire in Spain but now work non-stop to help the Costas' injured and abandoned animals, it's another success story. But it's come at a cost to the couple's relationship.
Well, I think we got divorced 20 times,
20
in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
We've got divorced 20
I think
times.
that's the last 6 months.
I am older than you, so I am allowed to give you clout. This is not the business to be in if you want a really relaxed relationship.
There's very few people like us that's still together.
Yes.
It really ruins your life.
It does.
Because it's not just doing a bit of this and a bit of that. No, we're full on. Once you start, you can't stop. How can you say I'll stop? You just can't. You've got to carry on homing animals. We've got no regrets really coming here.
Absolutely none. I don't want to move from here. I never want to move from here. I want to die here.
Have we achieved the Spanish dream?
Oh, we've achieved something.
There's 2 ways of looking at it, isn't it?
Yeah.
We did for about 4 years, didn't we?
We did, didn't we? And then we screwed it up.
While holidaymakers bask on the beach and scoff by the sea, 40 miles inland, Bambi is waiting for new residents Peter and Edith to arrive and start their new downsized retirement.
This is the best part of the job for me, handing over somebody's home, so it's always a happy event.
And by the looks of their car, it really is downsized.
Welcome to your new home.
Oh, that looks fantastic. Hi.
You good?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, sister.
You okay?
We finally made it.
You did? And
Yes,
here you are.
yes, yes. Thank you,
And
thank
this is
you.
looking really good.
It looks great.
It does.
Really. Bigger than what I remember.
Would you like to carry her over the threshold or not?
I did that 40 years ago.
There you go.
And they say romance is dead.
Congratulations. You made it. Enjoy your new home. I'm sure you will.
I survived.
It's amazing what you can get into a Fiat.
Shame we can't say the same for the kitchen drawers.
Doesn't quite fit.
3 millimeters. Oh, what a bother.
Chill out, Edith. And it looks like something else is not quite downsized as well.
One can never have enough hats,
So I can see.
gloves and shoes and handbags. Absolutely fabulous. There we go. Finished. For the price we paid, I think we got a bargain.
We can start to just chill, not worry about material things necessarily, but just to love life.
It's another sale finalised, and with Kevin and Angie due to sign up, Bambi is chuffed she's helped build more dreams.
It's such a lovely thing to be able to be part of this. Somebody moving into a new home or having a new holiday place. It's a great big adventure.
Oh, and the few grand commission, that comes in handy too. The Costa del Sol has changed quite a lot in recent years.
The last time I come was probably 25 years ago with a friend of mine, and I can't remember all this, but I was probably drunk at the time.
But one thing doesn't change. Brits love the place. This lot come for...
A woman. As long as the wife doesn't hear me saying that.
Too late. These ladies are hoping to spot a celeb or two.
Apparently, Antonio Banderas had an apartment over there at one point. Did you not know that?
No. But 2 weeks of fun in the sun just isn't enough for some. And thousands of Brits now call the Coast of the Sun home.
Yeah, I love it here. It's a fantastic place to live.
No regrets whatsoever. Here is the place to be for me.
But I was actually quite reborn here because I could have just been a miserable old bugger. Life's a wonderful bloody thing. Grab it while you can.
But keeping the dream alive means taking care of the finances, and with every penny counting, there will always be bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Coming up, a new bar is one big headache for Vince.
I don't have this big pot of gold that everybody thinks I've got. Am I enjoying this? No, I'm not enjoying it.
Charity boss Jill races to help a hobbled horse.
We can check the microchip and find out who is the owner.
And former dancer Bambi gives the campsite a racy night to remember.
Bless them, I hope they don't die of heart attacks.
Every year, hundreds of Brits head over to Spain to live the dream and open a bar in the sun. And shortly afterwards, many are on the plane home again with their dream, along with their finances, down the drain.
The biggest saying amongst bar owners here in the Costa del Sol is the best way to make a small fortune is to come to Spain with a big fortune.
Vince.
Hello.
Where do you want this light, mate?
50-year-old West Midlander Vincent Neal...
I don't know, whatever you think's best.
...hasn't even opened his new bar, but he's already had enough.
Is this ready to go up the shelf? It's not gone to plan. Well, for me, it's been a nightmare. It was a barrel delivered today.
Vince flew in and got the keys to the bar 3 weeks ago. Hoping to bring a bit of showbiz to the Costa del Sol.
I think I've always been drawn to, Britain's Got Talent, cabaret and this and that, so I want to bring the people round here some variety.
But to do that, he's had to find a place with a music licence, and that's delivered a nasty surprise.
Originally, I was going to buy this little bar in Mias for like 7,000 euros. We're missing a strip. I ended up spending 40,000 euros, which was a bit of a shock.
Before setting off for Spain, Vince, who has 3 grown-up kids with an ex-partner, clocked up over 20 years working in sales. And he's done pretty much every job under the sun.
I could give you a million one stories of a double glazing salesman's life, which that's a whole different program.
And now he's hoping to sell pints, and plenty of them. But Vince hasn't done his homework properly. He thought he was buying a fully operational boozer, but in fact, he was just leasing the building without its contents.
When I first viewed the bar, there was these wonderful speakers and mixing desk. First thing I find out, no sound system. All the bottles were empty. They were just there for show. And maybe I was naive, you know. I just thought, yeah, we, you know, put my name on the door and we could start. I reckon you've got to at least be prepared to spend about 3,000 euros on restocking the bar. The sound system, I think it was around 1,500 euros. That's a lot of money you don't expect. We've got 2 fire extinguisher companies arguing about who wants to do the fire extinguishers.
Yeah, but like he said, the other fire extinguisher man, he's already done it, he's already took it, he's already done it, so you're gonna have to pay him anyway.
Well, I'm not going to pay the other people, they've done nothing. I have basically probably ended up spending close on 20,000 euros more in the short time I've been here, just getting it ready.
Despite the problems, Vince is determined to succeed after coming through a difficult few years.
About 4 years ago, I was homeless. I was basically dropped off at Southampton train station with 2 black bags. You know, I had 10 cigarettes in my pocket and no money.
A destructive relationship and a short spell in prison for drink driving had Vince in freefall.
My life went downwards. Yeah, I was a little bit lost.
But Vince has managed to totally turn his life around, and the bar is a second chance that he's grasping with both hands. But the pressure is really cranking up now, as he wants to open in 24 hours.
You're spending money all the time and you're not actually bringing any money in, so I needed to get it open as quickly as possible. We're supposed to open tomorrow night. That looks a million miles away right now. There's no way this is going to be ready for tomorrow.
Thousands of Brits have decamped to Spain and set themselves up in a static. That's a caravan that's had its wheels nicked.
Food, drink, rents, it's just cheaper living here than England.
You wake up in the morning, you look at that sky, instantly you feel happy.
Lovely to sit out here, just relax. And a nice sofa that costs nothing.
Sado Park is a British enclave in the Spanish countryside, comprising nearly 200 static caravans. And Wolverhampton-born Bambi's lived here for the last 6 years.
It's really accessible living for people that haven't got pots and pots of cash.
Bambi's the site sales lady. Last week, she gave Doncaster couple Kevin and Angie, who were thinking of moving here, a tour of the site.
And the good news is it comes in at just under 50,000 English pounds.
Yeah.
But Bambi's got another string to her bow.
I'm not just a salesperson, you know. I am part of my job is getting people together and getting the community all to get to know each other and to get friendly.
And tomorrow, she's bringing a bit of showbiz to Sado Park.
I've got a big charity do tomorrow night, and it is a big do on Sado, and it'll probably be talked about for a very long time.
Bambi's doing the rounds, trying to sell some tickets and raise as much as she can for a local dog rescue.
Hi, Peter. Hiya. Got your tickets for tomorrow night? Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, great stuff.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
You have a nice time?
Yeah, it's been great, yeah.
First to part with their pennies are Kev and Angie, who have decided to stay on for a week after their site tour to really get a feel for life on the park.
So they're only €4 each?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah?
fantastic.
Oh, that's fantastic. You won't regret it.
Good.
And if you do regret it, you won't be getting your money back anyway. So there's €2 change. Thank you very much. And there's your ticket.
Are you going to do a turn today, tomorrow night?
I might be coming out of retirement to do a couple of numbers, yes.
Fantastic.
I trained to be a professional dancer. I went into shows. I ended up being a choreographer and director of shows. That's been mainly my career. I haven't done anything else, really.
€8. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you get your glad rags on, dear.
Always, always, always.
Adios.
And you.
I think whatever you can do that brings the community together is good for everybody. It's nice for us all to get together and have a shindig and a little drink together. €2 change.
Lovely. Thank you
I
very
shall
much.
see you tomorrow, Keith.
Yeah, ever so much.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, kisses.
Okay.
See you later. Bye.
Cheers, bye.
Just the two of us, I think.
Two
Just
of
so
you?
2 tickets, yeah.
Okay, that'll be €8, please.
Okay, un momento.
I've got all day, you know. I've got it now. Need to get a drink. So sorry. Today has been absolutely brilliant. I'm so pleased. I've sold loads of tickets and I've collected lots of money, so we're all prepared for tomorrow.
And Bambi's determined to put on a show the campers won't forget in a hurry.
There might be 1 or 2 extra surprises. Shaking my booty and coming out of retirement tomorrow. Da-da-da-da-da. Is that surprise enough for you? Just it's all for the dog, it's nothing else.
From car boots to charity shops, we Brits love a second-hand bargain.
€2. It's beautiful.
Isn't that nice, Anna?
Hi, darling.
Second-hand shops are springing up all over the Costa del Sol.
You can get things for a good bargain. You can find a little hidden treasure every now and then.
Well, second-hand shops, it's another world for me. I just love junk.
When there's a bargain, I'm going to get that bargain, whether it's someone else's trash, it's my treasure, and I think that's great.
And unlocking his own treasure trove of unloved goods is 55-year-old Andy Wainwright from Nottingham, who runs a second-hand furniture warehouse.
We try and cram everything in. We're hanging, we're dropping, we're stacking. Any way we can get the furniture in here. A little bit of profit and we get it out the door. That's the name of the game to me.
Every day, Andy flies up and down the coast, and he specialises in house clearances.
We go and have a look, try and do a deal, and then bring it back in here and resell. So it's all about recycling, and this is what happens.
But today, he's doing some deliveries. First up, a second-hand sofa for Luke.
OK, we're here. This is it. No gymnasiums for me. Spot on. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Enjoy. You know where I am. Hey-ho, you know, it's €300, nice morning's work. So on to the next one.
Next stop off is to deliver a roll of AstroTurf to expat Dennis at his hairdressing salon.
I don't know where he's going to put it.
It's not going to allow him to retire, but it's another €25 in the pot.
Smashing. Thanks, mate. Next time.
I've no idea why he'd want AstroTurf in a hairdressing salon, but Andy's not asking any questions.
He's given me a few quid for it, so it's gone. It's out the way. Sorted. Next one.
Back at the warehouse, a sale could be on the cards. Retirees June and Alan have got their eyes on a table and chairs.
Can I have a sit in the chair?
Of course you can.
And a bit of waiter service.
Could you bring the wine up?
Yeah, OK. Wine? Oh, I thought it was a cup of tea.
Nice colour. Yeah.
Yeah?
Really, really nice. Yeah.
What about price? I'll do you £150, I'll deliver it for free.
Oh.
Tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
2 sugars.
€150, including delivery. And he gets a cup of tea.
It might be a biscuit.
Let's not go over the top.
All right.
Right, come on, Ray, let's get this lot in.
19 years ago, Andy chucked in his job at an engineering factory and set off for a Spanish adventure.
Sold the house and got a one-way ticket. And I settled in overnight. It was paradise to me.
Andy started an auction house, but it sucked up all his cash and eventually crashed.
I tried my hardest and it just completely beat me. When you're really passionate about something and it fails, I think I was down to about €200 left.
Not long after his business crumbled, Andy became a father when son Brandon arrived.
Are you hungry? Are you?
But soon after, Andy and his partner split up and Andy applied for custody.
Yeah, it's been tough. The lawyers don't come cheap. Good boy. We've got full custody now. He's living with me. He still sees his mother. But yeah, we've got a life together. It's all about him. In the van.
Andy and Brandon are kings of the road. Well, Andy's the king of the road, Brandon's just cream crackered, as Andy needs to rack up the miles and ship lots of furniture to stay afloat.
To cover my overheads, we're aiming for a couple of grand a week.
It's going to be a busy few days of buying and selling for Andy. Back on the coast, in Estepona, a stressed-out Vince is hoping to open his new bar in 24 hours' time. But it's in a bit of a state, as is Vince.
I am mentally and physically exhausted. I have been working 12, 13, 14 hours a day.
Thing don't work.
Yeah, I know. I've got in touch with them about that. We hope it's here tomorrow. Am I enjoying this? No, I'm not enjoying it.
Since picking up the keys to the bar 3 weeks ago, Vince has been hemorrhaging cash.
I think what it is, you're the new guy on the block. So you've bought a bar, you must have money. The reality is, you know, I don't have this big pot of gold that everybody thinks I've got.
And Vince is about to get another nasty shock.
It's like 9-10 steps to get the entire opening license.
Madeline, the lawyer's assistant, has some news about another bill that Vince needs to pay.
The first step is to pay this tassa for
The terrace.
If a bar in Spain has a terrace near a public area, the owner often has to pay a terrace tax related to the size of the space.
And
For the
how
area.
much is that?
It's 378.
I never knew about that.
Yeah.
No one ever told me about
No, you need to go to the bank
that. When?
as soon as possible.
Oh, another 400 euros, you know.
Bye-bye.
And you just get this all the time.
Owning a boozer in the sun is just the latest chapter in Vince's colourful recent life. His brief stint inside for drink driving 5 years ago,
You know, I'll hold my hands up. I don't condone any of that.
was a major reality check. He used his 20-year background in sales to open his own call centre, which has generated enough cash for him to be able to put down a deposit on a house. But Vince doesn't want to buy a house.
I took the deposit and I bought a bar in Spain with it.
As you do. It's a huge gamble, and his cash is rapidly running out. But sign-maker Steve is cracking on.
And there you have it, guys. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Cut.
Now that's a groovy name, Vince. And I think I can guess what the V stands for.
So it's Gru V. And the V, for me, I hope people will be saying, can't wait to go to Gru V.
Nice. Vince is being ably assisted by Spanish-speaking Becky.
I've been here working for about a month now with Vincent. I used to work at a fish restaurant in Gibraltar, but I wanted a new experience.
I could not have done this without her. She's working like 12, 14 hours a day. Been amazing.
I'm ready for opening. I'm nervous, but I am ready. Does that look like a G to you?
No.
To me, it looks like a 6.
It does look like a 6 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more like it. Hey up, Vince. You're about to see your name up in lights. Well, your initial at least.
Abracadabra.
Looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. I love it.
Vince is smiling at last. But it's going to be a long night ahead for him and his team.
It just seems like there's so much to do. I love that. I do love that. Well, when we open, hopefully I can just like take a step back and think, it wasn't a mistake, Vince, you know? Well, that's what I'm hoping for tomorrow.
There's one thing most of us Brits love more than the sun, the sea and cheap pints.
Well, being a Brit, obviously we're a nation of animal lovers.
We're only here 4 days and he's missing his wee dog already, aren't you?
Nothing gets us Brits going more than seeing an animal in distress. And throughout the Costa del Sol, there are several British-run animal charities trying to make a difference.
The British people here are very active in looking after the underprivileged animals.
Oh, I think it's fabulous, you know.
Oh, yeah, because we support one of the charities.
We support one of the charities.
I think they're brilliant. It's nice that they can come out to Spain to look after these animals and help them.
How are you doing? Shall we move your bucket a bit?
76-year-old expat Jill Newman-Rogers was so upset by the plight of ponies on the Costa del Sol that she set up the Andalusian Rescue Centre for Horses, or ARCH for short.
So about 8 or 9 years ago, we began to realise, friends and myself, just basically how some of the horses had been so ill-treated, abandoned. So we decided to set up our own charity to rescue abandoned horses. We are not a refuge, we're not a sanctuary. We take in urgent cases and we try and put them back together again and rehome them. Because if we don't rehome them, we can't take more in.
Jill decided to retire in Spain with her husband Jonathan, but tragedy struck 5 years ago.
When my husband died, it was a very traumatic time. He died of leukemia and it was very sudden. And at least I came back to all these wonderful horses.
You want more cuddles? You're a great softie, aren't you? You're a great silly horse.
We had a call from an English lady who has seen a mare, and the mare was hobbled, which means that her front feet were tied together. We can check the microchip, and then our vets can go on their computer, and on the register of horses microchips, we'll find out who is the owner and tell him that hobbling the horse is unacceptable, it's illegal, and suggest that he should remove the hobbles on his horse. I think he will play ball, and that's the best solution.
Next, Jill heads to the local vet hospital to see one of their most harrowing and expensive cases ever. Ascara, a horse the team rescued after a vicious attack 2 months ago. And just to warn you, her injuries are shocking.
When we rescued her, she was living with a very abusive guy who was unfortunately high on drugs most of the time, and he'd attacked her, smashed her across the face with a piece of rubber hose pipe, and he smashed all her nasal passages. She was actually breathing through the hole in her nose as opposed to through her nostrils.
Ascara needed emergency nose surgery, but it cost $2,000, money the charity just didn't have. So the vet did the procedure, and the charity's hard-working fundraisers set about raising the cash and settling the IOU.
Without the fundraising, we couldn't have saved her, basically. We didn't have enough money. If she stays alive and she's happy and she has a good life, it's worth it. Hello, gorgeous.
But the bills are still mounting the longer Ascara stays at the vet's. Jill needs to get her back to the rescue centre today, but that decision lies with the vet. The static caravans of the Costa del Sol might have a Spanish feel on the outside, but take a peek in those caravan cupboards and you'll often see a telltale sign of a Brit on board. Sandra likes her spreads.
My marmalade, my Marmite.
And Sass likes her sauces.
Me HP sauce and me hand salad cream and Branston pickle.
Roger's very specific about what goes on his toast.
Beans, Heinz beans, you must have Heinz beans.
While Lynn likes a colour-coordinated cupboard.
All these have to be green, all these have to be orange, all those have to be in lines. OCD or what?
But if you like a bit of heat, head for Wolverhampton-born Bambi's Pad.
I have a cupboard of spices. I've got some Moroccan spices there. I've got all the regular Indian spices, garam masala, you know, ground cumin. I do miss an Indian. If one opened here, I would be doing cartwheels.
And today, Bambi's trying to curry favour. See what I did there? With the residents of Sado Park, because it's the day of the big charity show.
I'm moving the tables round so everyone has a good view of the stage. I don't want them shouting at me. We can't see.
Bambi's trying to raise as much money as she can for a local dog rescue.
We're going to have a good night tonight and raise lots of money for the dogs. I'm very passionate about animals. Also, I like getting, you know, having a party as well.
And former professional dancer Bambi is planning on strutting her stuff later.
I feel quite excited. A lot of people don't know I'm going to be getting up on stage to shake my booty. It's a bit of a surprise. Oh gosh, I don't know whether I like it much. These are the raffle prizes. We've got a hamper full of lots of goodies. I'd like to raise about €700. I think that's doable. I think we've got about 500 at the moment, just from ticket sales and donations. So I'm hoping for a couple of hundred on the raffle. That would be brilliant.
The star performers are female impersonators Dragtastic, aka Barry and John.
Come on, get a move on.
Who Bambi's worked with on stage before.
Even if people don't like drag acts, I know they'll enjoy Dragtastic because they're at the top of their game and they're the best in the business.
We've worked in Spain for many years now. I've been here nearly 17 years and you're longer.
I'm 21 years in Spain now. I can't imagine living back there.
And we've known Bambi for a long time, haven't
Yeah.
we? She sort of rang and the answer was yes, really, because nobody says no to Bambi.
Yeah, you can't. You simply
can't.
can't.
No.
We're taking her back to her old roots tonight, and she's going to be part of the second half of the show.
And she can kick that leg up, can't she? Eh? She'll be doing that as well.
Nobody wants a sweaty Betty as a hostess, so I need to get home to have a wash and to put on my nice clothes, because these are just my scrunty ones.
Get yourself home and get those scrinty clothes off, Bambi.
See ya.
Does anyone else know what scrinty means? Second-hand furniture dealer Andy and his colleague Frank are off to upmarket Marbella to meet a client who wants his whole flat cleared.
It's got a really nice house that I know it should be quite good quality furniture. Hopefully today I'll give him a few euros and we'll have a van full of new furniture for the shop.
Down the road, client David, who bought the apartment as an investment but now wants to sell up, is waiting.
I've just recently sold my apartment, hence I've got to get rid of all the furniture. I'm hoping he might give me about 500 for that, if I'm lucky.
David, how are you?
All right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, good.
Good to see you again.
Long time no see.
Time to check out the merchandise.
Wow, nice view, yeah?
Yeah, good, eh?
I look at the furniture, Andy. You're not buying the view.
So is this the old furniture you want to lose, yeah?
I do.
Right, you got an idea? What you want for the lot?
Yeah.
Take it away now.
I've got an idea.
Have you really?
I wanted 500 for it.
All right, okay. Can you just knock me off a little bit and I'll shake your hand now and take it all out your way?
450.
Well, I was going to say 4, so we're in the middle. Come on. 450, we've got a deal.
Andy's bagged a bargain, but he's going to have to graft to bag up the booty. It's a 150-metre schlep to the van in the blazing sun, and David's leaving him to it.
I'm injured at the moment, so I'm not taking any chances lifting things.
Are we through or what? Just up, not turn. Right, drop your end down now. 1 second, wait for me. Two people.
To me, to you, to me, to you. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Nice and steady. You okay?
The head is touching the ceiling.
2 hours of grunting and groaning later, the flat is cleared.
Thumbs up on this one. I should treble the money.
The next job of the week is with pensioner Liz.
Thank you.
Who's decided to downsize after living in the same casa for 37 years.
Come on, make me an offer.
Make you an offer. 120. Take it now. All of it. How's that?
Not for everything you've chosen.
So what do you want for it all then? Don't break my heart now.
How about 150?
150, come on then. This is my rent money. Just check that. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, one at a time. Okay. A new chapter.
It is another
New beginning.
Another phase in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the best and all the luck in the world. Come on, give me a hug. I might see you Friday if you want me to move me. If not, good luck and I'll probably see you on the beach or something.
Back at the warehouse, Andy manages to sell some items almost immediately.
The ladies put a reserve on the darkwood furniture. The 2 sofas went to Gentleman's Club just round the corner.
The less said about that, the better. So, how's that €2,000 target for the week looking?
We've done 2 house clearances. We bought a few bits and bobs here and there. So I think we're going to hit this target very, very easily. Let's go the park. Very happy. And of course, it's all about Brandon. That's why I'm doing it. It just gives me more free time with my son. Some more. Living in the sun's not easy. You have to put as much into it as you want to get out of it. If it was all about money, I wouldn't be here. I've not got a great big pot in the bank by all means or nothing, but to me is the sunshine, the Spain, the way of life, the people. So yeah, what more can I ask for?
Five kilometres down the road, it's all hands to the pump for the volunteers of the horse rescue. raising the €2,000 to pay the surgery bills after Ascara's emergency nose operation.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's all good. Yeah, busy. We've had the regulars in.
And generous Brits have raised a lot.
Do you need a bag? No, I'm fine, thank you. Save on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your help.
Okay,
Thank you.
Bye.
But Ascara's still at the vet's, and that's costing money. Jill needs to get her back to the centre.
A little bit nervous because, you know, you're taking on a horse that everybody's just spent an awful lot of money on sorting them out. And, you know, all it needs is one scratch on an olive tree to open the whole thing up again, because it was incredibly delicate surgery. So we will see. But yes, it'll be nice to have her home.
But it's down to vet Rothio to decide if Ascara can leave.
Hello, Jill.
Hello.
Hello. Ascara is very well. The evolution is
That's great news, huh?
Now it's very, very small, but maybe in 10 days or something, this will be closed.
Right, so shall we get her on board?
Yeah.
Okay, Ascara, come home.
It's great news for Ascara.
Come on, I won't touch you. It's okay. It's okay.
But after years of abuse, she's a very wary animal, and getting her home is easier said than done.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's nice in there. Come on, it's okay.
Until Jill's driver, Selby, tries an old horse handler's trick.
Come on, darling. In you go. There we go. Come on. Good girl. Good girl.
Very nice work.
That was brilliant. She went in really, really well. Thought we were going to have more problems than that.
Ascara is safely on board, and 20 minutes later is back at the rescue centre. But for Jill, this is where a new set of worries begin.
She's very unsure, isn't she? I'm very hopeful that Ascara's going to settle well. She certainly looks calm enough now. She's eating, she's happy, she's not running around in circles panicking. Just a question of if she decides to scratch it, we have a big problem. It would mean operating again, and we don't know that we'd be able to. There's not enough skin there. So then it might come to a question we might have to have a put down. If we can't keep the nose covered, then it's not a good outlook. But if we can just keep it as it is now, obviously better, then it's looking good.
Ascara, please don't scratch your nose. It's early evening, and the bars and restaurants are filling up. And in Estepona, one place is about to open its doors for the very first time.
The moment of truth, we're officially open.
Vince and his team have beaten the odds and got the bar finished.
I think it's amazing. You know, I'm absolutely over the moon with it. Last night we were here till silly o'clock, and even last night I didn't think we'd actually get to this point.
Time for a staff pep talk from the boss.
Let's make sure everybody who comes through that door leaves here thinking, oh my God, those bar people are amazing, you know? It's really up to us to make these people want to come every night.
Vince is pulling out all the stops tonight.
Every customer that comes through the door is going to have a free glass of Caravan. I can't afford the Moe.
And it's not long before the first punters are dropping in.
Excuse me, my friend.
Liverpudlian Les leads the way to the bar.
And can I have a red wine and a fizzy water, please? It looks really nice. And we've got karaoke, and we love karaoke. You can't get me off.
Hey up, some early movers and shakers. Ooh, she'll struggle trying to have a buggy in them. Oops, same shirt alert. Ooh, that's a bit embarrassing. Vince is mucking in.
That is the first barrel I've ever changed in my life.
He's sunk 60 grand into the bar so far. Oops, there goes a bit more. And he needs to take plenty of cash to keep it running.
The rent, it's a bit on the high side, but you have got the music licence. I managed to negotiate down to $1,500 a month.
Thankfully, the local expats are flooding in, and the karaoke's going down a storm. But it's not long before Vince has some issues to deal with.
I got 2 drunks on the terrace I need to get rid of. They can't be served anymore. Everyone's moaning it's too hot in there. It is too hot in there. It's going great!
Handyman Sean helped Vince to get the bar ready. Tonight, he's enjoying a well-earned night without his power tools.
The refurb was extremely intense.
took us a lot of hours to do. If you don't do it, you don't open when you say you're going to open. And if you don't open when you say you're going to open, you lose customers.
Are you all enjoying yourself so far?
The atmosphere is great, everybody's singing, everybody's dancing, there's a party mood, and it's good to see the place rocking again.
Absolutely brilliant. It's every single local's come down, they're having fun.
So, how's Vince feeling about his first night as a bar boss?
It's been a huge success. I never expected half the amount of people to come. If I can make that place work, there's no reason why that bar should not be clearing around 4,000 to 5,000 euros a week. It is a million miles away from that. But that's my target. I think this is going to give me the life I want to lead, so it's all good. It really is all good.
Back at Sado Park, the first punters are taking their seats. It's nearly showtime. There are long-time residents, like former policewoman Sass.
Nobody can complain about paying €4 for an entertainment of a night, can they?
And there are one or two new faces too.
We only just recently moved to the park, just this week itself, and this is our way of getting out to socialise, get to know everyone, find out more about the community here and everything like that. Where else could you go for that sort of price? You know, with €4 a ticket and €2.50 for a beer. We're made.
Time for the organiser and host to make an appearance. Work it, girl. As the countdown to the show begins, there's just time for a late drama.
I can't find the raffle books. Have we thrown away all the bags? The raffle tickets were in a bag and I don't know where they are now. Now, where could they be?
As the audience builds, Bambi takes to the stage.
Hello, everybody. Give us a wave. Cooey! Showtime's going to start in 10 minutes. This is very dear to my heart because all the proceeds are going to Leslie and Andy, who are here from the Dogs Home. Unfortunately, I've lost the raffle tickets. Hope you all enjoy the night. See ya!
Luckily, some spare raffle tickets are found.
No, won't be late, I promise.
Thank you so much! Oh, you're an absolute darling.
Not a problem, sweetie.
We've got the raffle tickets! Woo! Give me a woo! Better be better than that for the act.
At the horse rescue, charity boss Jill is checking on how Ascara is settling in after life-saving nose surgery.
She's doing remarkably well, and she's actually beginning to trust us, because before there was no way you could get up close to her and stroke her and talk to her. And considering what she's been through, she's really very good. She's a nice lady. And hopefully this will slowly heal.
To aid the healing, it needs daily attention from horse expert Hannah.
It's closing up quite nicely, but each day we stimulate the wound to try and get a bit of blood out of it so it doesn't heal completely, because we need it to heal slowly from the inside out.
That's because Ascara is still using the hole to breathe out. If it heals too soon, she will struggle to ever breathe properly again, which could be fatal.
So you see now it's gone red? That's good, because the blood's come to the surface. Uh-oh, I'll knock my hat off. There we go. Now I'm just going to put that back over it, because it shields it from the sun and the flies.
10 days later, Ascara's recovery is almost complete.
Look, show your nose. Oh, look at that nose, isn't it brilliant? Look, it's such a good nose. Unbelievable. She's finally stopped breathing through the hole in the middle of her nose. Even up to last week, she was breathing through that hole. Now she's breathing properly through her nostrils. And that's brilliant, because it means it's closing from the inside out.
Ascara's surgeon, Jose, arrives to inspect his patient.
In the beginning, we had some hesitation on doing the surgery because there was so much bone missing that we even thought that we would have to repeat the surgery several times. But we have done it once, and I don't think a second one is going to be necessary. And there is still a small, tiny hole that should be healed probably in another 2 or 3 weeks, and hopefully after that the wound would be 100% closed.
After all their tireless hard work, it's just the news Jill and the charity wanted.
It's a very happy ending for Ascara. The surgeon did the most incredible job, and we're very grateful to everybody who helped us pay for it. So we're very, very pleased. Miracles do happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
And appearing with permission from the DSS benefits section, please welcome onto the stage, Dragtastic!
The static caravanners of Sado Park are enjoying a whirlwind drag show with more costume changes than a Cher concert. It looks like organiser Bambi has a hit on her hands.
I think everybody's really enjoying it. You know, I'm so pleased with how it's going. Weren't they fantastic, guys? Come on, give it up for Dragtastic.
The second half of the show is going to feature a racy little number from Bambi herself.
Bless them, I hope they don't die of heart attacks.
I think Bambi's going to do really well tonight. She's not done the numbers for a while, but she'll be fine. She's been a dancer for years. And years. And years. She's going to hate me.
It's time for Bambi's big moment.
A lot of people here don't know that I dance professionally, so I think they're probably a little bit surprised.
Not as surprised as dog rescue boss Andy's going to be when he takes that blindfold off. The show comes to an end.
Thank you.
I'm all sweaty and horrible.
It's all right.
It was a superb night, and Bambi did ever so well, and she's raised a lot of money for a good cause. So it's worth it.
We've raised over €700.
I didn't see a thing because I was getting changed. I was stood in my tights in the back passage, but I'm sure she did brilliantly.
She was brilliant.
Yeah,
Fantastic. It's just like old times.
I think all the audience had a brilliant time and we raised a lot of money, so absolutely ecstatic.
And the residents are tickled pink with the performance.
Absolutely
brilliant.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
I never laughed so much.
It's fabulous. Unbelievable.
These events bring the whole park together, which is lovely.
And they always raise money for one charity or another, which is even better as well.
Roll out, roll to a function, roll back to bed, and then tomorrow in the swimming pool. Good life.